Howdy. For all you Scorpios out there, welcome to Virgo season. So, when we look at Virgo season for Scorpio, um, we are looking at Aries. So, Aries falls in the sixth house. Um, so, some Aries. Oh, wow. Okay. So, we're not really feeling our most lavish, luxurious self at the moment. Um, Maybe some prosperity has been delayed. Things aren't going so well at work. Somebody's being a little greedy. Um, yeah, it's not sharing here. So let's look at this. We also look at Virgo season for Scorpios. I think I haven't really decided. Sometimes I visualize the chart and I'm like, let's start with the Virgo ascendant, or should we start with the Scorpio ascendant and see where Virgo is? So let's see if I can maybe get some clarity on that through this reading. Okay. Yeah, so work foibles. We are really struggling to see where our career is leading us, what this job is doing for us. Excuse me. We are not super happy at work right now. We're maybe not in the field or the position that we want currently, and we're like, yeah, we're able to um, get, I guess, what we need, but are we getting enough? Could there be more elsewhere, or could there just be a more fulfilling um, path in work life? So maybe some job change on the horizon, or is what we're really hoping for. Let's see here. I have a lot of upside down cards again, like the Leo reading. Let's see. So we've got, oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna read. We got the Death card, which is your card, so it's natural to see. And then we got Knight of Swords. So with this one, it looked reversed to me. I guess we can do it this way. I'm not too concerned about it, but Knight of Swords is taking charge, taking action. Um, we get argumentative, we get combative when we see this, we get aggressive. So it's like things are going to get done, but people are going to get hurt, emotions, things like that. We're just going to kind of plow through those things. So that horse looks really scared because that knight has just so much energy, and that's very Scorpio in a way. It's just like once you plot a course, you find out that information after all of your investigating, you charge, and it can be very scary, very intimidating, very erratic. So those things can kind of be um, presenting themselves now, and maybe this work complacency is really kind of pushing your buttons and really urging you to go through a transformative time. So maybe it's time to do some big change. There's a path opening up. Let's see. That King of Pentacles is very stubborn. That Taurus energy. So just because something works, though, doesn't necessarily mean that it's good. It's serving your purpose, and it almost seems like that's what those first two cards are. Just because it's affording you luxuries and giving you material abundance doesn't necessarily mean happiness. So what is it that you Scorpios need? Oh, okay. Some temptation. So the Devil card is typically Capricorn, so maybe there's a Capricorn surfacing. But really, it's kind of what you need is to step out of your own self-destructive behavior, because that's what we get when we see the Devil card. And really, we can unleash these chains. We can kind of escape from them at any time if we just realize that um, they're not super tight. So this may even mean that the reins on your relationship, um, could be defeating you at the moment. Yeah, it just means whatever relationship this is, if it's not necessarily a loved one, that it's working against you. And it's more like lust filled, um, more carnal desires instead of like true passion, true bliss. It's a little tempestuous. All right, so we got Ace of Swords. So hopefully we're going to get some perspective here. Hopefully with this sword we come out victorious. And it's a self-victory. It's one that only we can win against ourselves. Maybe we can defeat this temptation or whatever this Capricorn is kind of bringing up in us. Um, maybe we are resisting this transformation because of this person, and we're going to find that whatever that thought process is that's going to help us through. Um, you can really achieve a lot with an ace card, and an ace of swords is just a whole new way of expressing yourself, and yeah. Victory of the mind. And that's probably one of the harder things. I mean, emotion's definitely hard, but I think a victory with another person. Oh, maybe this person's playing mind games with you. Let's see. I feel like that could be a certain aspect of a Scorpio Capricorn dynamic, definitely. Um, so we have this now. This is reversed, so we, with the death, and this is a big transformation card too when we look at it upright. It's leaving everything behind. Um, not necessarily that people are stabbing you in the back, but it's just to kind of let go of where you've been up to this point, and um, it could feel really prickly, could feel very sharp and stinging, and it's just trying to push you in a new direction and let you see that horizon in the distance. Um, so yeah, we have lots of journey, lots of transformation coming about, but it's not. We're not quite ready for it, from what I see. Um, so let's see if we're going to be able to change our perspective. Um, Not before um, somebody one-ups us. This smug guy, he kind of revels in taking the non-noble way of pursuing a battle. You're going to feel tricked, deceived by somebody. Maybe it is back to this Capricorn energy. They're really getting away with something here, and you're not okay with that. It's really important to hold your head high, to not let them see you suffer. Um, but there's victory in defeat. I mean, we learn a lot when we're defeated. I think more so than when we're victorious. Honestly, victory is a fleeting feeling. It's there for a moment, and then you quickly turn your gaze to the next thing. It kind of serves like this ladder or something that you have to keep climbing, aspiring to. And in defeat, I feel like we really truly learn a lesson or something that we really need to see for ourselves. So be open to receiving that, even though it may really boil some blood here. And Scorpios do not like to be defeated. Very, very. That's why they're so big into investigating and getting to the root issues or finding out things before they present themselves, because they want to be ready for that advance or that attack. And so I think that ties a lot into what I just said. You're kind of almost beckoning a confrontation or a struggle on. So you're kind of in ready position, but it almost looks like it was either too late because this came after the defeat card. So maybe once that happens, you'll realize your suit of power again. And then again, it'll open that thought process for you that we get with the Ace of Swords. So I think this could be a really good defeat in a sense. It's something that kind of needs to happen. Now, even though we have a new perspective and kind of a new way of approaching things, we do have some setbacks here. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So you got the King and the Queen. So it's really, really having to do with finances. This could be someone at work that got the promotion that you wanted, or that took the opportunity that you wanted from you, and now you're really left with kind of an uneasy feeling, and you're really holding on to what you do have instead of letting it maybe kind of show you that maybe it's not something you wanted. Maybe that move wasn't really meant for you. That new home wasn't really a part of your transformation. Maybe you're not ready to go there with the person in your life, and that's okay. I mean, transformation is not easy. It looks like so many of the signs are going through that. Began with Leo season, and I really think what they're saying about the Lionsgate portal really rang true, because I just started feeling it, and I feel like there's some big stuff that's coming. That's what I feel. Okay. So we get the Empress. She's lovely this way, but we really can't enjoy what we have when she's upside down. Again, with these upside down Pentacle cards, this abundance and these possessions, these things that we've earned, really aren't fulfilling currently, and maybe they're kind of distracting us from what we really need to see. So this energy, this love could really not be serving you currently, and not allowing you to connect to things and really, yeah, being lavish like you do enjoy. So let's see if we have a final message for Scorpio. Okay. Again, we have a lot here, but we're a bit not well, skeptical in a sense that we're waiting for something to happen almost. Maybe we don't feel like we deserve the material abundance. Um, Maybe we feel like we've earned too much and it's defeating us. Um, it's working against us. And yeah, I mean, that 9 is that transformation. So the 10th card of Wands, it almost like is, um, it's the burden card. Like there is way too much. So um, too much can be a bad thing. So that's not always a good motivation. Um, yeah. You get one last card to kind of hopefully end it on a good note, or I think Scorpio is probably the sign that not that I don't understand or that I know the least of. Um, in my life, there's really not a lot of Scorpio presence. Um, so you guys are kind of an enigma in a way. Okay. So, some deception here. We didn't get the moon, but maybe you're going to be able to get away with some things. You don't need to take it all with you, but yeah, there's some, there's a really smart cookie that you're dealing with here that's intellectually maybe overpowering you, and you're like welcoming the challenge, but you're really not prepared for it. And yeah, it's really, hmm, I don't know. It's obviously not a good thing, whatever it is. But Virgo season may be a little rough for you guys. I'm not gonna paint an optimistic picture when I don't necessarily see one. Um, we didn't get a lot of cups, so the emotion isn't going to be a huge factor. So that's great because when we get the cups, we really feel at a true loss. So this will be more of aggression, mind games, a challenge of wits in a sense, and some financial hurdles, whether it's just not enjoying what you have or just not getting what you think you deserve. Um, yeah, that's all kind of present here. So I don't know. Let me get one more card. I'm I'm perturbed by this reading. There's so much reverse motion with you guys right now. All these upside down cards. It's really frustrating. I'm sure for you guys. Okay. Okay, cool. Finally. Okay. So Ace of Wands. So this is our second ace card, and this is going to highlight some new journey, some new clarity for us. You're going to feel like a spiritual victor, warrior when this happens. So this trickery, this deception, um, it'll really kind of it, there will the universe has an answer for it, and it may not be readily apparent, but it will present itself. And just kind of try to be in a place where you're open to possibility. Um, yeah, there's a lot of reverse action here. So this will happen. Um, but it's going to be a new process. It's going to be starting over, which is I think that's what you guys need here in the culmination of events that's happening. You're going to have to start over. Yep. All right, Scorpio. Um, just do your thing. Don't get overly tempted or destructive. Um, know who you are. Know what you've been through. Just don't repeat yourself. Don't just kind of get out of that negative headspace. Okay.